Hello to everyone. I am delighted to join you today for this launch of the ASU Water Institute. I had the pleasure of visiting ASU in January of 2023. That was just after I retired as director of the Swiss Federal Institute of Aquatic Science and Technology, better known as EVA. When I was at ASU and before I moved to Switzerland, when I was living in Southern California, I had, of course, a very strong sense of what it meant to be concerned about the availability of water quantity on an almost daily basis. This is a little bit less the case in Switzerland, and what I'd like to do today is to give you a Swiss perspective on this idea of innovation for global water futures. So if we look at the water balance of Switzerland, what we see is that there's about 40 cubic kilometers per year of net precipitation. With the inflows included, that's about the sum of those are about the discharge of 53 cubic kilometers per year from the country. What that means is that national consumption, either for agriculture or domestic use, is really quite small. What's important, though, is to look at this 12.4 cubic kilometers per year that's imported into the country as virtual water. And this is water that is embedded in products that are imported. And this is where we need to think about the impacts of water of Switzerland outside its national borders. So here we see a breakdown of the water footprint of Swiss consumption. It's a few years old now, 2012. But what you see is that the domestic consumption, industry, private households, even agriculture is relatively small. And what's not small is the water footprint internationally, partly from industry, but mainly from agriculture. This is what's referred to as a spillover effect. It's the impact that Switzerland and its economy has on essentially the ability of other nations of the world to achieve the SDGs. And Switzerland, being a small, rich country with a lot of imports, is, of course, has some of the highest spillover effects of any nation. So what I'd like to do now is to show you one example of a project that has, we hope, will have some impact in mitigating these types of spillover effects. And it's research that was started at EVA, led to the formation of a spin-off company called Luna. And the idea here is to recover nutrients from urine. So in industrialized countries like Switzerland, wastewater is collected centrally and treated centrally. And that's something that simply does not happen in many, many countries of the world. That in many countries of the world, wastewater, even human excreta, is released directly into the environment without any treatment. So this concept is a bit different, and there the idea is that urine is collected separately. It's not diluted with a large quantity of water. Rather, it's stabilized, purified, and concentrated. And what you end up with then is a fertilizer product that in Switzerland is licensed for use on all plants, including plants grown for food consumption. So this is a way in which the impact of release of these nutrients into the environment, which very often causes extreme eutrophication, can be avoided. What's also avoided is the very, very high energy use that's associated with nitrogen fixation and the production of industrial fertilizers. So hopefully this type of innovation and research will be something that contributes to protecting water resources around the world. And of course, this type of research goes on not only at EVA, also ASU and many other research institutes and universities around the world. So I'd like to close by wishing everybody a very productive World Water Day, a very instructive series of presentations. Of course, the topic Water for Peace is extraordinarily relevant in today's world, And it's to be hoped that with this type of research and innovation, that water can indeed become an instrument of peace, that conflicts over water can be avoided. Thank you very much.